$8, what the fuck going on, y'all? Got the Nick jersey on again. That's what happens when you wash it with your hand. What's popping, everybody? It's $8, random. You know what the fuck going on? We outside, we inside, we the fuck everywhere, man. What's popping, man? How y'all living? How y'all doing, man? Y'all paying them bills? You doing good? Successful? It's already July 7th, baby. My son born day the 8th, man. Mañana, man. My kid turned 21. Hold that, man. I'm 44. Had him at 23. Nigga, Jordan number. What's popping, everybody? LeBron number. Like I say, look, if you can't handle it, man, like, I still got to deal with but I suggest if you young man, have a kid, man, because it does feel good. My mom's had me, 17, 18. So the fact that when she was like, 30, I'm graduate, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got to mingle with me better, you know what I'm saying? And have the energy to mingle, and take me places and have fun and enjoy, you know what I mean? But what up, everybody? I'm gonna let the 5 minute come in. Let motherfuckers come in. It is what it is. If nobody come in, I'm gonna still do me, baby. What's poppin'? $8, rant. Done. We gonna smoke this little Elski. There's a lot to talk about, y'all. There's a lot going on in this earth. There's a lot going on in the earth. Well, we're gonna take my ass inside and we're gonna chomp it up, chat it up, man. It's a hot one. I ain't gonna lie. What up, folk? What's poppin', man? Yo, my man Ronaldo retiring. Shout out to him, man. In fact, he fits the plethora of a bunch of guys that retire. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys that they retiring. And yo, when I'm gonna go inside, we're gonna do us, and then when I come back, we're gonna talk it up. But yo, I come back, yo, my cat fucking caught a bird, man. I guess it like, and I don't want these birds to think, damn, nigga, you got that shit there, and we got to worry about a cat. Yeah, my cat somehow jumped up there, so I come back and I see the bird, the neck like that, and he got him in the mouth. I'm like, yo, sometimes when the cat lets it go, it's still alive, right? But it was gone. You know what I mean? And then yeah, I'm gonna have to bury him. You know what I'm saying? But fucking cat, man, that shit kind of got me pissed. I was like, yo, but I know, yo, what's popping, Ethan? I know my cat did it out of love. Whenever a cat, gives you a gift, that shit is because it's like love and shit, right? So shout out to my cat for bringing me a dead bird. You already? I'm gonna have to bury him, man. But what up, Ethan? Yo, how your vacation? How your summer going? I think we talked about you jumped in when I was doing the 4th of July jammy. What up, E? What's poppin', Ethan? Hope you're doing good, pa. I don't know if you into football, man, but a lot of guys are retiring, man. A lot of guys are retiring, man. Look at my man Chris, man. Turn this shit into an Orno, B. Yeah, that part. Yeah, Charleston, that part, my nigga. Yeah, retiring. You know, there's a lot going on. Casanat, he's back doing his thing. We lost soccer FIFA. Oh, where you from, Ethan? Was that who was your team, man? Spain? No, Spain's still in it, right? I know USA out of here to Belgium. I didn't even know USA was still in it, but I do my due diligence. I looked it up, and we had USA lost 4-1. Switzerland did they thing or doing their thing, and right now you got Egypt and Argentina. Egypt won. Shout out to my Egyptians. You heard? Wallah Hadeen, nigga. Yalla salam alaikum. Yo, FIFA is big money, man. Let me tell you, those guys, yo, good looking everybody for rocking with the kids. $8, random. You know what the fuck going on. But yo, them soccer guys be making, them football guys, they make bank, man. Ronaldo, all them niggas, man. They probably billionaires at this point. And soccer, football is one of them sports that is not that much violence. So as long as your knees and legs is good, yo, you could play that shit for 20, 30 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a good 20, let's say, right? Like they did. But you know how much money you gonna stack in 20 years? Some of these guys get 4-year deals worth fucking 300 million, 400 million. You know, that's a lot of fucking M's, man. What's poppin', Ethan? Who's your team, man? Let me know everybody's football team. Or let's say soccer. But it's hot. It's hot, hot. You know when it's hot, hot, even for the hat, you heard? But what's poppin', everybody? How y'all doing, man? It's $8, $8. You know what the fuck going on? You know what's going on, man? Hope everybody doing good though, you heard? Chilling. Um, Once again, my cat brought a bird to me, dead bird as a gift. She tried to bring the motherfucker indoors. I was like, no, you stay at the feathers in her mouth. She coughing feathers. I'm like, yo, I'm dying with this Tom and Jerry shit. But shout out to cats giving motherfuckers gifts, mice, birds, all type of shit. Fucking possums. Yo, cats are dope. Like predators, you know what I mean? What up, everybody's $8, nigga. What the fuck going on, man? And we'll just finish this stove and we're gonna head inside and we really gonna dialogue, man. Charleston White, he right. Motherfucking Chris Brown, your concerts look like on those. Your shit look like OnlyFans joints. That nigga was slaying homegirl. And if she had a man, I would be super tight. Yo, Chris dry humping them. And then it's almost like as long as they say okay, the NDA, whatever it is, man, yo, he could do whatever he want on that stage. But what up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? We gonna smoke a little Elsky and then we get rid of the cig. Hold on, let me just get things right so we don't have to come back out here because it's fucking hot, man. But yeah, there's a lot to discuss. You know, you got your football going on. Um, I don't like to mention it, but that Charlie Kirk, the trial's going on now. You know what I mean? I want to see what they give this man because if you black and brown, nigga, they throw the chair at you. You heard? But for these transformers and these white, you know what I mean? It is what it is, B. They said 14 people had 4 people had 16 people from the 18 months all the way to 18 years old. Diabolical. Yo, what up, Nene D? What's popping, man? What up, co-host? How you? Hope everything good. You know how we doing? We gonna go inside. We gonna chat it up. You know what I mean? High like a motherfucker. But what up? Good morning, NAD. Hope everything good. Let me know if you what you want to discuss and chat. I already got some things lined up. You know, Charleston White. We could talk about Chris Brown making his concerts look like Onos. You know, from the football, my man Ronaldo retiring. That's fucking huge, man. But yeah, they made money, yo, every day, man. And it wasn't like that. People need to understand celebs used to be private. And I don't know, um, you know, I guess, sex sells, right? And I was gonna say clout, right? But word to Mommyville, celebrities used to be quiet as hell, man. And just they had to be quiet, you know. Now niggas is knowing where they live, they doxing, you got, stalkers walking in their living room, Taylor Swift dealing with shit. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, every day there's something. Like it really, I'm telling y'all, folk need to understand. There used to be news weeks and months where there was a particular subject that mattered that they stuck with, and that's it. Now, every day, even if the matter is huge, we got it. There's something huger. You know, earthquake. There's this El Nino. Number two, um, motherfuckers retiring. Charlie Kirk's his murder, the trial for his murder is going on. Like so much shit. You know what I mean? Um, Carmelo Anthony joint. It's craziness gonna happen to Gucci Mane, right? Pooh Shiesty. Hence the reason why I put Pooh up there. We're gonna talk about Pooh. Yo, Pooh, we're gonna talk about you, man. I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean? I'm in Cali. You want to bring your Goombas, your your scary guys. Yo, we could have a discussion because I'm not trying to diss you. All I'm trying to say is, yo, whatever leadership and guidance you had in your life is not the route, homie. I'm telling you now, man. Once again, being gangster don't pay no bills. I don't give a fuck if you gang banging on bacon. That shit is not helping society. I promise you it ain't. But let's go bring our ass indoors. It's hot like a motherfucker, y'all. But what up, y'all? What up, man? It's okay, baby. Meow. Yeah, this cat. So yo, I open this right now. I come home, bringing wife to the JO, getting her breakfast and stuff. I come to the get cat got a bird in his mouth, man. Feathers everywhere. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? And then she trying to bring it inside. She knows I'm talking about her. Look, she knows I'm talking about her. She tried to bring it inside. I know it was like, they offer you a gift to the master, like, yo, Papa, look what I got for you. Because they see it as like, food, meal. Like, yo, look what I got, man. I put food on the table for you. But I'm scary as a mother. I'm like, what is this? It's a fucking bird, nigga. It's dead. And I had faith that sometimes cats. I had my cat. You know what I mean. I lived in the hood, East New York. Born and raised, right? So a cat used to have a mouse, but just play with the nigga, right? Like not kill it. This shit was gone, man. Neck all wiggly, wiggly. You know what I mean? But what up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all living? We gonna talk hours right now, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. And I know, a lot of folks, don't like that, this channel, this is what we do, but this is what we do, man. I'm almost like let's say this channel's like a news, current events. You want to get your music on, look at my shorts, just life talking. Let's just say life talking. How about that one? Take this walk with a life talker. You heard? But yeah, yeah, thank you, Nene. It was a gift. But yeah, man, let's do it. Let's do it right now. So number one, of course, you see the Pooh Shiesty, but yo, old girl, man. Y'all weren't lying. And yo, we was on that shit yesterday, wasn't we, y'all? We was talking about Bree, man. She left the Airbnb party and these whoever just came to her Lamborghini Urus and fried that bitch like she owed them millions, man. And that used to be the thing. Like when you got into beef, it had to be like that. It had to be to the point where you owe money or you did something wrong. You killed, right? But now, yo, you be hearing some of these murders for nothing. They ain't even know each other. That's why the Devon and the NBA is weird because if y'all never got bread, y'all never would have had bumped heads and been Chicago would have stayed in Chicago and so and so. That's how life really was. But they started giving these young guys money that were from all different type of walks of life, and now they going to do concerts in other people's towns, still with that energy, thinking that shit is sweet, and they putting them in the dirt, man. Some people ain't playing, and I always say that. I'm one of them that don't play. When I see you, your aggression is getting in. We got to either walk and fight, or we got to piece this up immediately. We can't let it linger, because the lingering is what brings the extra shit, right? The guns and it gets people time to maneuver. When you just settle shit one, two, three, it's either this or that. That's it. And win, lose, or draw, man, you got to take yours like a champ, man. Niggas ain't. If you win in every fight, yo, you should be a boxer, my nigga. You heard? Put them arms in. You know. I hate niggas that yo, I never lost a fight. That's a damn lie. If you fighting, right? And then, yo, let's talk about it, man. Um, my son born day tomorrow. We gonna go heavy on it. 21 years old. But yo, Chris, your shits is looking like porn out. Yo, your shits is looking like OnlyFans, nigga. Niggas is paying money to go to OnlyFans concert. Yo, Chris, I don't know what you doing, but your shit is looking very wild. Yo, the last video I just saw on worldstarhiphop.com, y'all. Go check it out, man. Yo, my man is straddling, dry humping. He all up on her, in her neck, kissing. Who knows what they do? Like, yo, diabolical. And if I took my fucking kid, if I took my girl, I'm gonna have to meet girls that like Elton John and Billy Joe. Who you like? Taylor Swift? You like Chris Brown? Nah, not really. All right, we good. We good. You like Usher? Oh shit, we can't. Oh my God, Usher done turned this shit into like it's okay to serenade a woman now, man. And yo, where's the shame? Why isn't Shorty like? You remember back then, women used to be like, "Yo, pa, chill. You being a little extra, pa." Yo, not no more, man. Not no more, man. Women used to have that. Yo, I don't want to look embarrassed. I don't want to. I got kids. I might have a boyfriend, husband, or parents. You don't want that to be your video, mommy. That's for life, ma. Chris is like, oh, doing him like, yo. I'm like, yo, nigga. Shit is a soft porn, nigga. This is some Cinemax shit. Yo, back in the days when your parents had, you could tell niggas that had bread because you had HBO, Cinemax, and Showtime, right? You paid extra for them joints. So your bill was like maybe $180 a month, right? And that was flexing, right? But long story short, after 11 o'clock, Cinemax turned into a soft pornography joint, man. Why you think parents would be like, you going to bed at 11? I will only stay up extra if it was a Monday night football game or like a movie that like, went over the mark and shit, right? But other than that, my pops knew, nigga, you going to bed. And once again, there was only a TV in the living room and in their bedroom. I ain't have a TV like that until, later. You know what I'm saying? But holy, nah, he's been doing that in his concerts. I didn't even know, Nene. It was a setup. I think Wule Trick and Madden was involved. She connected with the pimps. Bria is known for a song about tricking. Wow, Nene, you putting a piece together. So she wasn't as innocent as we may be assuming, right? But yeah, man. I didn't know, Chris. I didn't know you was doing this. This is what you do, right? So shout out to you, man. Shout out to Chris, man. Word to Mommyville. That shit is wild though. I couldn't imagine paying tickets. You know what I mean? And then imagine some. You know how life be. Yo, I want equality. You gonna have some homo nigga like choose me. Yeah, you gonna have to do that to him, Chris. Yeah, that part, my nigga. Equality, Poppy. Or maybe he gonna do it to a female and she a transformer. Yeah, that nigga might blow his career fucking like that. Playing around, rolling his dice. Imagine he like this. Oh yeah, the motherfucker flip him. Oh, oh, yo, what's going on? Yeah, nigga, yeah, little nigga. Yeah, keep singing, little nigga. Keep playing, nigga. Watch my words connect, man. You gonna see Chris like that. Yo, baby. That part, nigga. You playing around. They gonna set you up, Chris. You gonna think that's a girl. That's a diesel ass nigga. But yo, what's going on, Brittany Renner? Whatever her name is, man, that went Muslim, Christian, now she's fucking, she fucking with Almighty J, nigga. The nigga that had no hits, he get his money because he does streaming with the game and shit, so salute to that. But what? The nigga that gets punked, robbed. Remember, he went to New York and caught like a buck 50, nigga. To this day, he got a cut on his face because he went to New York talking hot. Yo, okay, so fine, look. But then y'all gonna get mad at Lil Wayne for being with a 20-year-old. Make it make sense. My thing is, look, if she's 20 and she wants to be with Wayne, that's what it is. Because we never complained when Hugh Hefner, who was fucking 60, 70 years old, had 20-year-old bitches around him. We never, I love when you got the complexion for the protection, your shit is Gucci. But as soon as motherfuckers is doing them, because they got the bag, they can't do it now. Is weird. This game, it's fucking strange. Whenever, whenever folk that aren't supposed to have money, they don't like that. They don't like him building a portfolio enough, his catalog that he could sell it for 200 M's. They don't like that. They don't like that he's still doing shows. They wanted his seizure to end in death, man. They want Wayne out of here. Nigga kept getting his chain snatchy every weekend. Then hey, yo, good looking, yo, you really know everything. Child, good looking, ma. Word to Mommyville. Yo, where my people's at? Yo, everybody come in the fucking room. You know what we talking about? We outside, we inside, we everywhere, man. And this is, yo, this picture is so exactly what he's doing now. He's trying to come back now. Maybe the bread was slowing up. Folks don't understand. Yeah, you can have, let's say you have 300, 400 M's, right? But your monthly activities grew to 1 million now. Yo, my nigga, I don't give a fuck what you think you have. That money will go, and that's just the top you got to pay, right? That's not the extra, the date you went on, the bailing your nigga out, or playing, going out, doing this, investing money in his fashion. All that shit costs, right? Why you think you got, yo, my nigga Tyson blew 300, 400 M's in the 80s, 90s when money was like this, when $100 went the long way. That's why I'm like, yo, y'all had the blueprint right there. When you live above your means, yo, Tyson, Mike Tyson, we talking about 50, 40 M's for one fight, and his shit was like seconds, pay-per-view, done. Round one, nigga, bang. That man went broke because his overhead cost more than he started bringing in, right? He went to jail, things slowed down. He did come back but he still he blew through M's, my nigga. Imagine that. Like, yo, imagine you could say that. Like, and then that's when I feel like they started misguiding focus. Like, that's not a flex, y'all. The fact that he barely got back to some money, and he's doing well right now, I'm happy for him. But the flex is to tell folks, be careful. I blew 300 M's at a time where your $100, yo, you know what he could have did? He could have bought blocks. He could have bought towns, and right now them shits would have been flipping. Yo, y'all don't know how scary that is? And I know, yo, my man was, yo, don't get it twisted, had a great time, right? Put his body through a lot, right? You could do whatever the fuck you want with your money. I'm not pocket watching. But what I am saying is, it is not a good look that in the 70s, 80s, 90s, we've seen MC Hammer and Mike Tyson blow through money, generational wealth that would have changed family lives. You understand that, right? Families would have been changed for the entirety. Properties would have been held. Land would have been bought. Once again, land would have been bought. So now when we end this little wild crisis, Tyson could have been like, yo, I got like 10 acres. You could bring your RV. I'm going to set up like an electricity unit, and let's build a community off the grid type shit. And I'm not saying that's what you do what you want with your money, but also don't come crying when a lot of these niggas was crying, man. It said Mayweather is at 175 mil. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? What's going on? Yeah. Yo, we literally on this earth right now see people happier without money. What's going on when money is not even buying you happiness anymore? Yo, 175 M's, and then you got people like, yo, just give me five, nigga, and watch me change life, nigga. Give me three. Give me one. I'm not begging though. I'm just saying, yo, watch. Everybody want to live above their means, man, or think that this shit is gonna last forever. It's not. It can't. Why you think the 400 families that been holding wealth forever fight so hard to hold it? They change laws on niggas. They will kill. They will do whatever it takes to hold on to their fortune. The bloody way. And meanwhile, they got us fighting for peanuts and whatever. And then when we get it, we want to act like we living like them. Trust me, they're not happy buying all that expensive shit. They're not. Trust me, they are not happy. Bump into a nigga that's wealthy and see the conversation you have with him. How depressing and how you, in fact, you might think the nigga don't got money because the way he talking. Meanwhile, you bump into a kid that got probably $5 in their pocket and they happy as ever, man. Something's going on, man. It's no longer a gift, it's a curse, man, to have money. More money, more problems is the truth. And I'm not saying as humans we can't develop and harden skin and deal with it. Look, we have successful stories all around this earth. What I am saying is the amount of money America has blown is enough to buy countries or change, like, it's crazy. It's crazy how one or two people could have so much wealth that it's like 50% of this country. That is nuts. And I'm not saying, yo, that we gonna find a solution and shit. They already got the game the way they got the game, man. The only way to change this shit is if it breaks, right? And every time there's a recession or depression, they make sure they keep printing. They've been fighting to keep it the way it is, man. Trust me, they don't want this game to go from Monopoly go back to Go. They don't want that to happen because they're making too much money now. Yo, once again, the subscriptions for fucking ice. There's a lady that online saying she's tired of paying $80 a month for her heated seats. That's not a court case. So yo, my car breaks down, it's freezing, and I could almost die because I didn't pay a subscription. What how much more money do you guys need? And then if you look at all the quarterly projected profits, they're always in the profitable margin. That's the scary thing. McDonald's said we're going to take away all these jobs and put a kiosk at McDonald's. And what was it supposed to do? Enrich the workers? Nope. It made them niggas more money, man. So now you got worse service. You touching the screen that everybody else is touching. So you catching COVID quickly. That's another thing people don't know. We touching the screen that homeless people are, and yo, look this up, nigga. When people fart or yo, there's fecal matter in the air, nigga. Little particles of shit floating everywhere. So you know a homeless nigga touching them, and then you gonna come all happy, jolly, touch it real quick, touch your daughter's face, maybe eat the sandwich, yo, get rid of the yo. I don't know, man. They doing us greasy, man. Sorry, I'm just making sure. Go in the bathroom, baby. But this shit is wild. Like when I think about the amount of wealthy these fools let the money go to their heads, it's more to impress others. How many cars can you drive or chains to wear? Dumb, super dumb. I know Tyson loved animals, but how and why do you need three Bengal tigers, right? And it's more of, like you just said, it's more like, um how many cars, like, yo, one of the stupidest things is when you see overhead drone or helicopters see some of these cribs and you think there's like 50 niggas living in there. Meanwhile, there's only one person living in there. Those are all his fucking cars, nigga. Yo, we a wild group of humans, man. My thing is, look, it's like, yo, Zay, why you hating, nigga? I don't care. Have your 500 cars, but stop crying when you broke. Stop doing GoFundMe. Stop scamming with meme coins. Stop doing all these weird. Stop having merch and you never sending shirts. Stop fucking taking money from fucking promoters and never doing shows. That's who I'm talking to. These fucking scammy scammers that thought money was gonna last forever. You got little skies working at Dollar Tree and like, yo, I don't care. Yo, my nigga. Yo, people don't understand the opportunity you have when your music is heard by millions, man. You gotta jump on it, man. Jump on the merch. Jump on start getting promoters, start getting shows going. Maybe you need a manager, maybe you need you know what I mean, an agent. Whatever you need, start getting the ball rolling, man. Cause once your shit flies, if my shit flew, nigga, I'm what's poppin', nigga? I got merch outside, nigga. Put your feet in some grass, give bees up a percentage. You know what I mean? Come get your stormy sweaters. You know what I mean? Give you a percent. Yo, come, we outside, nigga. You know what the fuck going on? We making money for everybody. And this is why I say they don't give Zay money. Like I earned mine. I made mine in the street, and you hear paralegal. You know, I was a hostess. Dishwasher, washing windows, construction. I worked at another like kind of paralegal, but it was dealing with more divorce and civil lawsuits. So I breached. I moved around. You heard? I made sure I knew how to survive. But damn, if they give me money, they know what I'm gonna fucking do with it, man. They know I'm gonna try to fix things, man. And some things you can't fix. I understand that. But yo, can we bring back some YMCA's for the kids to go to after school? Can we start fucking stop charging for everything? Everything you charging? Everything they charge for. Your nanny is charge. Your nanny wants 1,500 a week for watching your kid, man. Meanwhile, I just seen a video of some lady. She had one of them microphones that, like, she's at work watching her nanny and the kid, but she could talk, right? Yo, the nanny is sleeping. The fucking baby fell down the stairs, my nigga. Boop, 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 boop. She's crying, trying to tell her boss, can I leave early? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, hello. And then, they got this thing where you could hit a button and it's like, yo, this bitch is out sleeping. That's one of the reasons why other countries laugh at us. Yeah, their youth emulates. Yo, do you not understand? First of all, they don't. The flex is fake flex. They already know that because the numbers. You see, if you into data and if you're into numbers, there's something that doesn't correlate. If America has everybody's doing so good, right? Everybody's Instagram looks like we're doing so good. Why the fuck are cars getting repoed? Why are niggas not paying back their credit cards? Why are niggas getting evicted? Why a million people living in cars? That part. Why is Skid Row looking like the strip of all strips now? That part. So yeah, other countries are like, yeah, we could fake it, and then they try to pump in your heads, fake it till you make it. No, that is not a saying you want to start inheriting. You don't want to fake it till you make it. You make it to make it. You gotta understand when they have sayings like you can't teach a old dog new tricks. What that means is after a certain age, it don't matter how much I pump at you. You already set in your ways. So imagine the wave of these 30, 40-year olds that are drilling, that are fucking don't know how to read, that fucking don't give a fuck about nothing, don't want to work, lazy as fuck, would rather rob you than work for theirs, right? You have this plethora of shit going on. What's going to happen in they're already set in their ways at 20. Look at Paul Shiesty. Let's bring it back. Great segue, my nigga. Good job, Zay. Yo, let's bring it back, y'all. You have a millionaire who threw it all away for a flex. And then on top of all of it, he films it. What are these dodo niggas doing? Yo, you want to know why you don't got pictures, so many pictures of fucking Al Poe or Frank Lucas or all of these drug dealers? Because it wasn't cool to have pictures of you. It wasn't cool. It's like Big Meech put the fucking target on his back because they found out, yo, what's going on? There's a guy that goes to Atlanta and throws parties with elephants, giraffes, and he blows 400,000 in a night. He like we know we giving money out in the 90s, early 2000s, but it wasn't that good money. So flexing does, and then in his mind, he was like, yo, when you get it, you gotta get rid of it, right? So you gotta buy the jewelry. You could do that, but you don't have to show it off, niggas. Nobody gives a fuck. Cause in our mind, in 5 years, you won't have that. That's the real flex niggas is on. You pull up with a Hellcat. Nigga, I'm timing when you gonna get rid of it. And it's not hating, as you could tell motherfuckers that got money because they don't talk to like whenever you have conversations with people and all they underlying conversation is always about money and how they working hard and how they get into it, but then when you go to their crib, my man gives you a fucking a baby cup with water, and you're like, yo, my nigga, son ain't adding up here. Oh, that's a little roach right there, my nigga. You good? You know what I'm saying? You start seeing the real picture, and it's like, yo, now you know why he works hard to just keep up with this image. He ain't working hard for the family. He's just working hard for the image. So he does got the Cadillac truck, but he working fucking hard. That's what I mean about expenses. That's why I don't have things that I can't afford right now because I'm unemployed. Why would I have a footprint that's more than what I'm dishing out? First of all, that wouldn't be nice to my wife, and secondly, that ain't logical. Your footprint is, let's say you make 1,300 a week, right? There's no fucking reason why you gonna be buying $1,500 worth of shit every week, Poppy, or even 1,000. That's the thing that jobs do that people don't understand. It's a trick bag. You go from broke to making money. So how you live is according to your check. But a lot of people live above it. You know what I mean? And it's okay. You wanna, live a good life, right? It's okay. But if you can't afford it, Papa, you can't afford it. Why you think they came up? Yo, when I was younger, you want to know why credit cards were made? It was only for businesses. It was only if a business didn't have the cash at that moment and needed to buy supplies or continue, the program, they got this thing called a credit card. And you needed amazing credit. You needed to be making so much money that they knew you was going to pay it back. Next thing you know, I knew the wave was gonna come. When first they started giving, remember, your parents could only have credit cards. Then I knew it. They had motherfucking kids with their own credit cards, be co-signing off of their parents' hard work, fucking over their whole credit line in just a couple of swipes. They set niggas up bad. But it's not even a setup. We should have common sense to know. If I don't have the money to really buy this anyway, I can't afford it. Some lady paying close to 3,000 a month for a Mercedes Benz, and she's like, "Look at my Benz, y'all." She put $1,300 down, and I'm looking at it like, "What the fuck is going on here? You put $1,300 down, and you think it's a flex that you paying three bands?" And I'm happy, mama. Go get yours. You making three. You making so much that you could afford that. That's dope. But mama, you got to be careful of a rainy day. You got to be careful if your job something happens, right? That's the thing I be trying to preach to motherfuckers. And, it is what it is. People don't want to hear shit. You know what I mean? It's a motherfucking Tuesday. I want to see Zay flipping off the back balcony. And we still got vacation happening for a lot of fucking, a lot of people, man. And I'm up early. Y'all know me, man. I'm the AM guy. I like to get it over with so I could, handle other, you know what I mean? Because look how quickly y'all look. Boom. Look how quickly. Basket back to laundryism. But yeah, man, Pooh Shiesty is in jail laughing and flexing about his own robbery video in jail now. Niggas flexing but own child support. That's a fact. This is why I always would say, please understand where you are, and hopefully you get to pay your debt or whatever debt you accumulated in life. Because trust me, debt became, look, the government figured out the best way to own a person. It's almost like if you really did was good in history class, you understood that there was this thing called serfs and indentured servants. Now, an indentured servant back in the days worked 7 years and was able to buy his own freedom and move on and create his own business and do and such, right? Out here, you work 20, 50, 40, 50, 60 years and you don't own shit. You don't own a percentage in the companies you did. You don't, and you're left in the wind. And then they're gonna go, Yeah, but we give you Social Security and you got your pension and shit like that. Yeah, but the way you bozos are doing inflation, none of that shit's gonna matter. And when I retire, when I finally retire, man, yo, it's I hope they got bread, man. And you stop looking at birds like, you know what I mean? Shorty looking at them birds like them shits is up for menu. Even when Alpo came home at 25 years in the pen, he still wasn't for. Yup. That nigga had a regular motorcycle. It was still selling dope, still getting to his bag. But then if you seen his gram, that nigga had furs. The nigga he was living in a nice crib, and I think in Jersey somewhere. But this is what I mean about you. You could what they say. You could take the kid out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the kid. But my thing is, when did I? All I'm saying is, I remember when guys got older, they were preaching you to not do. Now these guys are older, but they still in the shit. Plies just turned 50 years old. My nigga Plies. I like Plies. I like Plies a lot, but he's 50 years old. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to dress like that or have the jewelry because this is his job, right? So it is what it is. But 50 and the message you giving is still shit. Then they gonna get mad when niggas get older. I remember, yo, word to Mommyville. I'm 11 years old. I seen an old man with Jordans, and I asked my dad. I said, "Dad, old man could still wear Jordans?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess." You know what I mean? Like, and that's when I saw the curvature. Like, this is like 90, nigga, 1990. Old fit, 60-year-old dude had Jordans on. I'm like, oh, so you know what I mean? They broke the code because my uncles and grandparents were wearing like almost suits nearly. You know what I mean? One of the illest stories I will always tell folk that it's very personal, but my grandfather's wife died, early, right? She slipped, bathtub, long story short, you know what I mean? That's my mom's mom. I never had a grandmom's, right? But long story short, he always wore black, man. To the day he died, man, he wore black for sure. He never got back in a relationship, you know what I mean? But he he wore black for the next 40 years. You heard 50, because she was a little, 20 something, 30 when she died, you know what I mean? My grandfather, tough, tough. You know what I mean? They had to bury his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Because leukemia took my mom's sister. That's why my cousin lived with me, and that was people thought it was my brother. But word, man, that's why motherfuckers don't understand why. Yo, I got nigga. I see videos now, niggas saying the same shit I'm saying. Yo, just having my arms, my legs moving. Yo, I be word to Mommyville, blessed that I could breathe again. Like what? Nah, yeah, good looking, good looking. And it's how life be, you know what I'm saying? I seen so much death at a young age. It made me numb, but it also made me respect life so much so, man. Like grandmoms died in her sleep. And that's why I like I said BZ pops in. BZ be like, yo, word to life. I bet money on it. Yo, when we were younger, 20s, 19, yo, this nigga Zay will break night for real. I would not sleep. And I always had a thing with sleeping. Like I didn't know you could go to sleep and that's it. That could be your last sleep, right? It scared me, man. It really did, man. It fucking did, man. And it was even creepier because I stayed over that night. So they wheeling her out. They pulled the thing. They said, "Yo, give her your last kiss." Cold as ice. I'm like, "Bye, grandma." They're like, "No, she's sleeping." You know what I mean? She going, how they talk to when you younger. You know what I mean? I was like, holy, in your sleep? Okay. I ain't no guy play them games. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always have those weird sayings. When it's your time to go, only good die young, right? Like, nah, man, you're supposed to live, man. Just like y'all live. I never seen a time in my life where we burying young kids at a rap like the pace we burying. Yo, remember, you should never see a little coffin, right? Unless you know what I mean? Now that's all you see. I go to the cemetery, I see 2015 and then 2020. Like what? The fuck? You was only what? Yeah, that part. But let's talk about it. We here to discuss Pooh Shiesty, man. My nigga Pooh, you doing things out of order, man. You doing things out of order, man. First of all, these fucking rap labels, if he was with a real rap label, would have gave him, they usually give you, I forgot the person's name, but they give you this person that like helps you when you're doing interviews, how you talk. Nene, you could probably tell me the name of this person, but there's a person that when you're a celebrity or you start making good money, they bring you through like a course, so you're not fucking, hey, what's up, man, how you doing, how's your life so far? Yo, I'm fucking good, bro. You know what it means, you know how it gets down. Yo, my man's is so cooked, I had to buy him a chain, and then we flew, and then we dipped, and now we drip. And you know how it goes? Because every time I was chilling, and then my man had a Draco, right? And yo, the switch on that motherfucker, yo, fuck 12, right? Y'all ain't gonna catch me. And you like, yo, I don't even know what you saying. A publicist. A publicist, thank you, Nene D. A publicist is a person, male, usually female, who guides you in a manner of publication, in a way of speaking, because now you are now a public image who can change other public opinions or people's, thought process, especially kids. So we have to have you speaking thing. But I started noticing that even these white, you know how they go, oh my God, it's so real. Nene D, you heard him? He pulled out the gun and shot at the club. That is priceless. That is real, homie. You are like, and they started liking this nonsense. And realizing how much their bank account was bubbling too. Because remember, every time a rapper back in the 90s would do something, they used to call it damage control. Let me just put y'all on to shit, right? They used to call it damage control, right? Let's talk to him, Charleston. Charleston, I ain't lying. I ain't lying, my nigga. Okay, I ain't lying. So you had damage control, and what this would try to do was um lighten or lessen the blow of the media or news or outlets trying to discredit or ruin your career, because your career was your bread and butter. So they would run these damage control where it might have you at a podium. Yo, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do da da da. Or you donated. Yo, I'm donating 20 bands to this charity. I'm sorry, I was a dickhead. Right? Like damage control. Now they don't do that. They allow these motherfuckers to crash out and fully go, where they were still receiving sponsors. It's your fault. The kids only chase what the money is where the money is flowing. That's a fact. Start making it harder for artists that are talking and running this game. Yes, yo, if you want to hear drill music, we have enough drill music from the last 10 to 15 years. You'll be fine. You'll be fucking fine. First of all, 80% of the beats sound the same. You'll be fine. You'll be good. It's just a change in cadence and voice from different. That's it. Same shit. I bet money you're gonna hear. Smoking on the pack. Uh, your dead homies. You're gonna hear op. You're gonna hear demon time. These are the key words that in the last 15 years every fucking song had. Okay, so you'll be fine. Let's go back to music. Music. Please, can we go back to music? Because I'm fucking sick and tired of uh uh nothing having a beat, nothing having a head nod. Facts, to keep their image decent for the public. The drama makes the money instead of the talent. That's see perfectly. That's the co-host. And motherfuckers need to hear this. I hope everybody chimes in on this on the replay. You know what I mean? Because honestly, we have to start talking about this shit, even if it hurts the viewership, even though it hurts people's ears. Motherfuckers don't want to hear change because that means, a lot of things come with that. But yo, we've been down this road before and it doesn't lead to anything good, man. So we got to clean up. We got to change. That's why I'm starting to like, these videos where these kids, they might be, not the hood motherfuckers, but they still are saying, yo, that shit is not cool, man. That having the gun and yo flexing for the prom and then tomorrow you're back at broke. No, all of that shit is not cool, man. But yeah, man, motherfuckers had a publicist. People had you were a role model. You see, they took that out purposely so you can have my number one word that America hates looking in the mirror. It's called accountability. Accountability meant that the artist would have to uphold a certain image where he's not looking like a fucking clown to these kids, man. It's a damn shame, bro. It's a fucking damn shame, man. Motherfuckers wonder why I be, yo, what up? What's going on, bro? Niggas wonder why, like, I be talking about old school stuff. Yo, because, yo, for real, man, people took accountability. There was shame. There was, you had consequence and, you dealt with good and bad, right? And there was more aiming towards good to change, to help. Now, yeah, like now, yo, as soon as the money's being forked over here, that's where motherfuckers is gonna move, man. But Pool, man, you had everything going, my guy. My Gaza. Yo, they just showed him by two Maybachs that he ain't even gonna drive Everland. Two Maybachs. Dope motherfuckers too, man. Half a million each. He bought that. He had a condo. Remember that dope mansion or whatever he bought when he's hugging and kissing his grandma? Like, why wasn't the grandmother enough, Pooh? Why wasn't your little nieces and your cousins enough? Why wasn't forget your dad and maybe your mom? Because I heard both of them talking. It's like I understand why you is right, but at the end of the day, why didn't anything else matter to you? You literally blew what my man. You had an ankle monitor that they were following you. They gonna put you at the scene of the crime as even as much as you say that's not you wasn't there. And then your other man had an ankle monitor too. The nigga in the film with the Draco. Y'all niggas is wild. And I hate that in jail right now. You got a bunch of motherfuckers like yo. You did Jew fam. Yo Gucci pussy for that. Yo, just to dick ride this little nigga. But I bet money as soon as his money slow up, as soon as he not smoking $200 grams in jail and don't have an iPhone, as soon as that slows up, man, you gonna see jail be jail. That's the beautifulest thing about human beings in jail. They change quicker than a snap of a fingers, nigga. Like this. You thought that was your man? Same nigga stabbing you. You thought that was your man? Same nigga lining you up. You thought that was your man? Same nigga ratting you out. That part. Yo, look what happened with look what happened with my man's um I want to see your setup someday if you're using a computer. Nah, man, I'm just using an iPhone, man. My setup is usually just the crib, man. I'm gonna just be honest. Hopefully one day I do, upgrade, but I'm just waiting to just get my job. I don't want to put too much, my wife was nice enough to get me this the glasses that I use for audio and filming and taking pictures, Metal Gen 2's Meta, and then she got me, the thing that I put this little stand here. But like I said, I'm a simple dude, but at the end of the day, I also know where I stand. I know I got the dick. I know it is what it is, but I move, I'm still gonna put the foot down. I'm still a man, right? But I ain't gonna push it where it's, you know, That's not what I'm here for, baby. I'm here to love you, and let's ride to the end. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start making shit about financial and money, yo, bro, I know life, man. Sometimes you might have a bad month or week, right? But some people hold people liable for that, and I don't want to base shit like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather base it off of LOVE and how we move. You know, I'm happy that we have more things in common than we don't, right? So that's all you could hope for, right? And can make you vid on a house tour. Yo, yo, um comment to one of my videos, or just sub and link. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Good looking. And let's continue the discussion, because if anybody has computer skills that could try to help me with editing or anything like that, I'll be happy to, for each video, slide $20 or what, you know what I mean, we'll work the numbers or whatever. But I do need help. I do know that I'm just a regular guy. I just want my voice to be out there. So I got this iPhone 16 Plus, and I'm just utilizing it as best as I can, right? But at the end of the day, I know I could, my man tells me all the time, yo, Zay, flip that other phone, go on TikTok or Kick Live, have them simultaneously moving. And, he told me about Streamlabs, OBS. We have the Chromebook, so it's not really a laptop to maneuver like that. But, eventually, like I say, man, as soon as I start getting my paper moving, you won't see my shit. You know what I mean? What's going to happen to his money? You have to have someone to sign off in order for him to access that. That person can wipe you the fuck out. Yo, Nene, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. And if you guys don't know by the picture, we talking about Pooh Shiesty, one of the dumbest moves he ever made. You know what I mean? And I just got to change the name of the thing, because I put Elvis has left the building. If you don't know that, that used to be a saying, meaning like, yo, you out of here, right? You know what I mean? And it's not a coincidence. It's just these motherfuckers are doing it to themselves. That's the only thing I have and I object to, is why the fuck you have opportunity at the foot of your hands, at you're not even got the foot at the door. You in the door, and you guys are blowing it over murders, over sex trafficking, drug, Fetty Wap, this, that, you guys are David with the little girl. Like, what's going on with today's celebrity? And this is what happens when you make anybody a celebrity. You don't know what the fuck or who they truly are. How long did you start the stream? If it's 10 minutes, just drink water, because you have been talking for a long time. Please drink water. Yo, I like this kid, bro. You see this nigga Nene? This motherfucker telling me to drink water, B. I ain't mad at you, bro. Some niggas would have cried a river. You hurt? Nigga said, yo, your lips is dry, nigga. You look like you dying, Zay Dollar. Good looking, man. I got the water right here. You motherfucker. Cheers. Good looking, good looking. Talk your shit, fan bow. What up, fan bow? Can we get a moment of silence for God? Woke up, yep, woke us up another day, another blessing. Amen. Amen. Bye. Yo, good looking, Pri, for that. I got my water 3223. I appreciate you. Easier to control them, then you never lie. You if she lying, she flying economy like Rick Ross. I know the saying is, if I'm lying, I'm flying, but I like to add, like Drake has a verse, if I'm lying, I'm flying economy. Your favorite artist, some shit like that. But and this is what I mean about keeping up with the Joneses. What the fuck you thought, Rick Ross? And people are like, Rick is like, yo, I just put this $500,000. Regardless, we know what it is. Yes, you could own that jet, but gas prices at the time he got caught up was through the roof. You know how much he would have probably had to pay just to fly his own jet to Colombia or Cuba where he went. Diabolical, y'all. Yo, what up, y'all? What's poppin'? Everybody's $8, nigga. Random. You already know how we get down, man. We talking about Pooh Shiesty, man. My man Pooh threw his life away over nada. You know what I mean? You just gotta know what you're doing in this world, man. You gotta know what you're doing. Fan Bell. I take it though, fam. We gonna meet one day, Fan Bell. You already know, fam. You one of them ones, man. Always like your energy, B. Rick Ross, yeah, Bosan Kanye was hiding with a huge. I would have had a great. Yo, I would have had gave a right. Like, yo, this is, but it is what it is. This is why. And yo, you know what? I saw something on Joe Buttons. I always give credence to where I get these sources from, right? So Joe Buttons podcast. You know what he said that like stuck to me? He was like, yo, these new kids are like dissecting the lyrics a little too much. Like, cause back in the days, we kind of knew, right? A little bit, like, yo, I just took a jet, landed in Miami, took another jet, then I was in Cali, and like we know, like maybe that was true, maybe it was, but whatever. It matched, the rhyme was good. That like now niggas want you, like you really got to be living what the fuck you saying, man. And it's good, but bad because if I'm a starving artist and I'm talking my shit, y'all know I don't have a Maybach yet, or fucking I'm in a mansion. I'm a starving artist. But word, man. What up, fan bow? We just here. If you got anything to chime in about the Pooh Shiesty joint, man, like I think because of Elon Musk, because of $500 billion, the economy has changed. Maybe just me. No, bro. Can we all agree that money is a resource? Just like Bitcoin, they have a set amount though of Bitcoin. But my thought process is Bitcoin doesn't replace like money does. So Bitcoin, you have a lot of Bitcoin that's lost or just gone, and right? Or people hold on to it. So you only have a certain amount that you could give. That's why they have those things where you could own a percentage of a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up. I hope they don't make money like that. That is the weirdest thing. So I'm gonna go to a store and be like, I got 0.2% of a coin, nigga, just for milk. No, nigga, here, take my fucking $5, man. But you're right, man. Money is a resource. So what happens is if a certain group of people, this is why I tell people all the time why the 80s or 70s, 80s, 90s was the best, maybe more 50s, 60s, if you want to be honest. But for me, 80s, 90s was a good time when Bill Clinton was in office because the highest you had was maybe a millionaire. Maybe he had two, three, five, 10 million, 20 million was unheard of, right? As soon as you started making niggas millionaires, ultra millionaires, now you got a trillionaire. He's taking a lot of money that should be in the economy away. Yo, do you know the number of immigrants that come here and then they send their money back home that should be funneling in our economy? That's another huge thing. We have so many reasons why our economy ain't grooving and moving. First of all, just off of our tariffs, we should be getting $2,000 a month, everybody, just off the tariffs. That's what Trump wants to do. So every month we each get 1,500, two bands. That's it, because we off of the tariffs. You know what I mean? That's what he promised. You know what I mean? I know he said it was going to be a one-time thing, but I think a smart thing to do to boost this economy is just that. Yo, do you guys know that during COVID or Corona, you know what I mean? Yo, the economy was at the best when they were giving them, two bands, 1,500 every week. Niggas was shopping like a motherfucker. Amazon, yo, that's why DoorDash and all those shits would do. They survived during COVID for real. Restaurants took a beating. Pooh Shiesty thought he was doing a movie, but this real life. You crashed out and end your rap career overnight. He didn't have no real people in his corner, man, because they would not let him do that mistake. And when you have a lot of yes men in your corner, that's what happens. You should have had at least 5 motherfuckers, at least your father, telling you, yo, Bob, what is you doing? Can we just go have a meeting with him and discuss this and see if we could buy yourself out or figure this out? People don't understand. Gucci Mane, whatever his real name is, I heard it, whatever, Vidal, whatever, Rudolph, whatever yo, this motherfucker invested 1 million, whatever he invested, he put up money. So you signed this contract. This is what, remember what I told folk? Why they don't want niggas reading? This is a perfect example, y'all, of why you should know how to read. What you think? The lawyer's gonna help you? That half the time the lawyer's with the label, nigga. So you sign a contract for whatever albums, and then you through the grapevine, you find out this nigga made 24 M's. That's not, stop counting his pockets, nigga. Because if you would have took a loss and didn't blow, he would have been out 5, 10 million that he invested in you, in the videos, sending you here, hit you know what I'm saying? And yo, you know what kills me is the videos they got with Pooh and Gucci. Nigga Pooh wearing Gucci chain, dick hugging, all this crazy shit. Then you gonna do that? You's a sucker. Word to Mommyville, I hate niggas like you. You should have kept it 1,000 when you was there, nigga. Instead of building up a friendship or a friendly type of vibe. So then when I hate niggas like you, I hate that because y'all think y'all yo, I'm gangster. I'm a snake in it. No, nigga, you pussy. Cause at least show me who you is when I first meet you, so we don't have to go through this shit. Fake hugging, fake handshakes, fake gifts, fake laughs, fake smiles, fake coming over. You know them niggas was at his crib having dinner, fake calls on New Year's. Yo, what up, Guwap? Happy New Year, pa. Yo, ha ha. 1017, ha ha. You knew who you were signing to. Gucci was from Atlanta. Yo Gotti's from your hometown. You had options to go with either or. In fact, mad, yo, whenever you hear the game, I love it because yo, you hear like, French Montana had opportunity to sign Little Dirk, or this, like certain careers would have went so differently, right? But yo, you fucking like, that's why I love Akon. He called Justin and Lady Gaga. You heard? Don't talk about that nigga money. He Gucci. But long story short, the label puts up the money. You as an artist have to get yourself. We already established. First of all, this ain't 1990. This is 2020 or 19 when you sign your contract, right? So you at least there's information out there about getting scammed or this and the third, right? Or yo, back then they didn't know nothing about the label. How you doing, Hunter? What's popping, Hunter? How you doing? Salute, salute. Good looking for the thumbs up, everybody. It's $8, random. RANDUMB, man. Dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you But word, man. You got ample opportunity. You signing, you know he from Atlanta. 1017. What? This was the whole plan the whole time, nigga? Yo, I appreciate you, Hunter. Thank you. Salute, bye. And we don't always talk about like this. I'm just going in right now on Pooh Shiesty because I don't want kids or young folk to see this as a flex. This is bad. This is not good. He ruined his whole career. Is done. Over. Big 30 gonna talk and his father gonna talk. Cause I bet Big 30 was the only nigga that was probably like, yo, my nigga, what we doing? That's Guwap, nigga. That's Gucci, man. That's Mr. Ice Cream on the face, man. That's Mr. got set up by Young Jeezy and the bitch. And niggas came in, he killed one of them, buried them behind a school, and beat the case. That Gucci, yeah. I'm unemployed, man. My everybody be like, you a streamer, nigga. But I'm not getting paid for this, so. But this is what I do, man. For about 2 hours, you know, what more? Because when I wake up, I'm doing my due diligence, getting pictures ready. You know what I'm saying? Just things to talk about. I was gonna talk about Casanat. This picture was Lil Wayne, and that was the girl he was dating that they broke up. I was gonna talk about. We talked about this one. Almighty J. Be careful. My man Ronaldo retiring, and we were gonna talk about Charleston White a little bit. This is Chris Brown, soft porn. Yo, rest in peace, Bree. You know what I mean? And then we got this guy. This guy's it right here. I try to do my thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, Big 30. Yo, fan pal. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Call me a rat now, man. But if I'm telling my mans don't do something, you do it, and then your stupid ass got me involved, my nigga, my lips is I'm not doing time for that. You don't understand, Pooh. I don't have the money you have. You making it like this is camp, nigga. Look in the picture. This is when he was in jail. This nigga thought the shit was sweet. Some people some motherfuckers like to be around Nick. Like, yo, this is why, the homo that Momo shit is for real. Never in God's green earth. We used to call it sausage parties if everybody was a nigga at the party, man. Nowadays, that's a good time. Somebody gonna fight. Oliver Tree, man, rest in peace. I think Oliver, I'm more. Look, Oliver Tree, his death was it was an accident, so it hurts more. Because he was a real artist. He did good music. He wasn't promoting caca. He was talking about relationships and how to deal with them and how sometimes you miss the girl when you break up. He tells you, just like, yo, Pra, have a good one, man. Bye, bye, Pra. Just like Gunna. Why am I involved in something if I'm not involved in something? You understand that? Because in the hood, check this out. Let's say they get away with it. You know who benefits? Not you. Your man's would have sold the watch. And yo, let's talk about it. How stupid are you guys to not know that Gucci is buying real VVS diamonds, which all has a paper trail from security numbers? There's numbers on jewelry, especially real official jewelry. Anything over half a million, the jeweler is automatically giving you a warranty or paperwork. Automatically. You paying $1 million. God forbid something happens, my nigga. You have to have insurance on it. That's a fact, fanbow. The only thing with Oliver is I heard his one song and I didn't know, I didn't tie it to him, and then follow 2 years later he passed, and then I was like, oh, he did that song. But I heard of him, but like you said, I really didn't tap in until I was like, wow, Oliver who? But word, rest in peace, Oliver Tree, man. Are you the voice from Franklin? Yeah, Hunter. Yeah, GTA 5, nigga. What the fuck? Hood niggas don't know how to get caught, busted, pawn shop for real. Yo, the crazy, yo, man. You bring it to a point. The numbers is right. Yo, that's how Fat Joe got his TS chain, right? So long story short, one of his mans, they rob his mans for the TS chain. They bring it to a pawn shop in the Bronx. The nigga taps in. He calls Joe. So the dudes are like waiting there for their cash. Joe and them come in. Yo, beat the niggas up, and they got the chain back. But every chain has a thing. And especially if your shit is a custom, that's why some people do custom shit. So you flip the back, it says Fat Joe. Yeah, I got to call this thing. Yo, Joe, one of your chains is in the store right now? Yo, hold them niggas. We gonna, give them they gonna give it, you know what I mean? But yo, how dumb. First of all, you're taping it. Your man got the Draco. That's how scary you is of Gucci. So you guys had numbers on Gucci, right? I heard Gucci, his peoples was outside the door, right? So it's just Gucci, you, Big 30, your pops, the camera guy, and the nigga with the Draco. And y'all still needed guns? And nobody gave Goo up any props for not. Yo, you know how many niggas would have been on their knees? Yo, Finn grabbing out his pants. Yo, chill, nigga, please. Yo, my nigga, you out of here. Gucci was like, yo, Gucci was basically saying, what you want me to do? Fine. This is how you want to get out of it? Fine. Or think you got out of it? Fine. Just let me out this fucking door here. Take the thing. I'm gonna get all that shit back. Yo, Hunter, thank you for rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. Seriously, man. But Nene, you never lie, man. Yo, and people don't understand, man, like how that hood shit really ain't going. I never seen a hood motherfucker like survive this game and be like, yo, like maybe a little Big Meech, they making it a little bit like, yo, he's still right, but he took hits, nigga. He don't got the same M's no more. You don't think the feds are watching that nigga every move he make? They waiting for that nigga to go to some desert and start digging, right? They waiting for Big Meats to go to Atlanta and chop a tree down and move the bark and just pull out garbage bags. They waiting, all bitten up and ants and shit. Nigga still got 3 M's. But word, man, all that shit is like, yo, it's a damn shame. And look, we've been in and out talking about Pooh Shiesty, but I really wanna maybe go viral or just have my message heard. Like, yo, Pooh, I wish you didn't go this way. We believed you, my nigga. You and your father, you guys had that rep already. Okay, you gangster, my nigga. Take it, Dirk. But you guys wanted more. You wasn't gonna stop until you got a body or like. That's why this time they're gonna be like, we can't let you out, Papi. We can't. We gotta now we gotta wait for you to be 40, 50 to see if you really grew the fuck up now. Hunter, come like five. Everybody that's a mod always comes, Nene D been here from almost day one. So I promise, come a few more times. I'll make everybody mods though. I'm really like that. Look, even fan bow a mod. But I got you, Hunter. I promise. But you fucking kids are so good with this computer shit. I remember I gave somebody a mod. They were like, "Yo, I could do this now," and I was like, I switched it mad quick, and he was like, "Oh, I was about to erase your whole." I was like, "What?" But yeah, man, I definitely make you a mod though, Hunter. I got you, man. We cool folk over here. All we do is really just talk, bug out, laugh, have a good time. Right now, I'm a little more serious because I kind of want this message to get thrown out there. Like, yo, we gotta stop glorifying this nutty shit. It really is not cool, man. And that's another thing. These motherfuckers have so many mansions and so much property that they could do some cool shit like this. But the flip back is like, yo, you paying, yo, it's so funny, Nene. In one instance, I could ask, yo, Mayweather, can I, maybe work for you or raise money? No, nigga, get your own bag, you broke nigga. Like, why you owe? Meanwhile, you supporting a whole other man off a rep that isn't even a good rep. It's not like you supporting Martin Luther King's kids or you supporting some nigga that he destroyed neighborhoods, homie. Yo, one of the coolest things fucking Honeycomb Brazi said was stop glorifying Rollo as the Muslim he is now. That nigga destroyed neighborhoods with that dog food. And if you don't know what dog food is, maybe you eating cat food. But dog food, that that's one fucking DRUG that the numbers are always solid, nigga. Cause it's not like nose candy, cocaine that you could do when you party. That heroin shit, that shit, dog food shit make you would I need that shit in the morning, nigga. Afternoon, I needed to take a shit. I needed to brush my teeth. I needed that part. So niggas is getting to the bagging tin with that one. But yo, you killing your neighborhood. You destroying lives, families, just for you. That's what I mean. Maybe when you young you don't get it, but when you get older, nigga, you understand, bro. You broke fucking families down with that shit. None of it is cool. Let me tell you a jewel, man, a quick gem. You want to know why a lot of old dope dealers and old school dealers used to do turkey giveaways and pay grannies rent because they knew what they was doing. At least they had a self a subconscious. Nowadays, motherfuckers could give a nigga. I seen motherfuckers like, yo, I sell to my aunt, my moms. I don't give a fuck. If it's for the dollar, nigga, nigga, you selling to your moms? Nigga, how stupid are you, bro? Nene, you on point, nene. Holy, man. I'm gonna have fam goon outside my crib. Like, yo, how you know? I'm gonna have fam goon and them niggas like that. Boom, boom. Nigga, that's what we know what you doing. The fuck? Right, Kai? It don't take a scientist, nigga, to know what the fuck they doing. Look, even Kai know. Huh? He got the doodle face. Let me find out Casa not money. And this is what I mean, man. People think everybody got money for days. I don't care. Yo, think about it. If you making 50,000 a month, like DDG was like, I ain't having a good month if I don't make 50K, right? So these guys are making good money, right? Monthly. And they've been on for years. Just think about it like that, right? Where is this money going, y'all? Where is this money going? Like for real. And then when you think about, like I told you guys about quarterly numbers, how every company, especially European fashion designers, how well they're doing, from Balenciaga to Yves Saint Laurent to uh motherfucking Louis Vuitton to motherfucking Hermes to motherfucking uh Gucci. Like all these motherfucking the joints is doing amazing. Yo, if you a Fruit of the Loom underwear wearer, please don't get you a motherfucking Burberry underwear. Like, please, man, we got to be where we at. And this was the whole game. You work harder and get to the bag better, so you could get to those things, but you can't get them beforehand. And that's what I think a lot of these kids want, a shortcut life. You can never shortcut life, y'all. That's one thing I learned for real, for real. There are no shortcuts in life. I promise you. Sometimes it may seem like you're doing life a little bit better than the average dude, but trust me, there ain't no shortcuts. Everybody got to put in their time and they work and they dues. Why you think when you do unions, they call it your dues? You got to put in your dues, man. You just do. Where'd all that money go for that fake streaming university? Nobody on those lines were picked. That's a fact, man. And this is what I mean. All these little scammy joints they do. The fake meme coins, the fake rug pulls, the you know what I mean? Buy the merch. I know some niggas don't receive hoodies till 2 years later when the fashion is old already. And then when they receive it, they realize it's one of them Chinese hoodies that they could have bought for $10, nigga, with the squiggly fucking with the shitty ass fucking drawstring. Like motherfuckers is doing people dirty lately, and like I'm just trying to uh wise them motherfuckers up. Stop falling for these okey dokes, man. These motherfuckers don't care about nobody, and that's a fact. All that W's in the chat. Yo, I love you. Now niggas is doing what I'm doing. I love y'all, right? Nobody was saying I love you, chat, until Zay Dollar started being like, yo, I love my niggas. Yeah, what up? We family on this side. Now I see niggas start they stream like mine. Yo, what the fuck going on? Yeah, what's popping? Yeah, that part, nigga. I know motherfuckers is watching. Yo, they pay folk to scour the internet for slangs, for the cool trends, just so I could look like I'm in the mix. Why you think when the mannequin challenge happened, everybody in a motherfucker was doing it? The ALSL challenge, the whatever, right? Whenever it's a trend, everybody and they mother, because you got people literally, yo, mom, and they do it purposely, meaning like they look for to see if people are talking shit about whoever they got to look up for, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? To see what's popping, right? But trust me, I've heard stories from a streamer or a channel you don't even know, but the dude will bring them up because he was like, "Yo, did you know this stupid ass one of these stupid niggas is talking shit about me?" It's like, "Yo, wow, you listen to it all, Poppy." You know? Yo, Hunter, I appreciate you, pa. Yo, I hope everything is good. I hope you had a good 4th of July. And yeah, man, stay blessed. That's all I could do, tell you to stay blessed. But what up, Hunter? What's popping, man? Yo, good looking for coming to my channel, man, and seeing the raw, talent. And I just, gift the gab, keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Yeah. Yo, why fit in with a crowd I don't agree with its moralities? Why fit in with a crowd that I know don't give a fuck about me if I am alive or dead? Why are you giving energy to anybody that don't care? And then the flip side is the people that do care, people shit on them. No, let's stop doing that. Let's go back to caring for those that are helping and shitting on those that deserve it. That's it. Let's make it cut and dry like it used to be. That's why I always say, yo, life is like flip floppy. Like 1 minute right is wrong, wrong. Like, yeah, let's go back to when right is right and wrong is wrong. What up, Hunter? What's popping, man? A lot of people are stealing from this channel. People know who I am in the other chats that I just come into. Yeah, nene, taking your energy, your swaggy, you talking about your animal. Now everybody want to say, you know what I mean? I bet, yo, you want to know how wild this is? I bet a person out there saying she got a dog named Stormy and a vet. I bet you money. That's what I mean about how goofy shit is. Motherfuckers would take your imagery, bro. Put grass on feet. I used to say that. B said it in a cooler way, but like that's what niggas used to tell me back in the days. Yo, I'm giving y'all, this is what they told me. I'm not claiming none of these joints. These are real little statements that they used to hit us with. You know what I mean? But word, man. I'm gonna start seeing niggas word to Mommyville. You know what I mean? I used to say, I used to add Saurus to everything. Stegosaurus, you know what I mean? Yo, my man named it, like, for instance, example, Craig. I used to call him Craigosaurus. Yo, I call my man Willatori. I give niggas names, you know what I mean? And that's how but I won't give a nigga a shitty name, Yo, sidewalk in the fucking building. What up? People say they got your back to the fullest, but when you need to wake up and much stuff, they turn it back. Yeah, handful of friends I can count on in one hand, and that's how it should be. I would love it to be more, but people can only focus so much, and I understand that, right? I'm also a human. I understand life is life, right? Not everybody in the same boat, right? Or living comfortable to that sense in the word, right? You too, Sidewalk. I'm glad you in the building, man. Yo, hit me with that thumb, man. Let's hit the fireboard at least, my nigga. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's one of my, yo. I appreciate you, Side. Hold his hug, man. Yo, that's always my biggest message. Is like, yo, just be who you are and let me know who you are. Don't let me know try to figure you out because that's not cute. And B, um, don't be somebody you not. Cause then I can't tell how to maneuver, right? Then, that's why it's easy for back doors. Yo, I saw this latest case. Uh uh these guys went out with, I don't know who drowned, but they went out with some kid and then the kid drowned. And then some lady found out that one of the kids' mothers is like a judge or some shit. It's like, yo, this happens in America all the time. Whenever the kid has a reputable last name or their parents are, yo, they beat cases for real, man. All those DUI programs you got to go to, all those little anger managements or the jail, county jail, or just child support, everything, all life shit. Yo, they avoid, my nigga. They avoid, bro. Trust me, man. And Elon, put a rubber on. Why them shit slip out or something? Put a rubber on, man. Because once again, these niggas don't understand evaluation as opposed to liquid money. His evaluation is $1 trillion. I want to see his liquidity. That's why these niggas move like that. Amazon does some shit like that where he doesn't make money on paper, so that's how he doesn't pay taxes or some shit. He does some sneaky shit. They all do sneaky shit. But one of the biggest sneakiest shits is they have just numbers in their account. It's not the paper, real money, nigga. But they still have money power. I don't like that. How come I don't say, yo, Zay Dollar, I evaluate you at fucking 30 million, nigga. And tomorrow in my account I could purchase, I have a $30 million purchasing power. It don't work like that. But only with them. And we already know if they're building data centers so quickly, but it's not quick enough. That whole AI shit is gonna burn in their face, just like the Meta VR shit did. I'm dying, nigga. Talk your shit, side. Acids versus liquid is a huge difference. My sentence makes no sense. Now you always good. I think for me, I have one more online and offline side, and understand that folks find the switch between that isn't really appreciated by folks. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Once again, if you wasn't really trying to be my peoples, don't even try to be my people. Don't even try to come in my circle. If you have bad intentions for me as a human, let me know now. Stop being a sneaky bitch. Let females be sneaky, but niggas, nah, man. Let me know, man. And that's a y'all. I already know side fan bow. You know what I mean, y'all. I'm talking. This is to them. You know what I mean? Cause I swear, man, folks ain't learning, or we not listening, or everybody's tricking each other, and that's how you get. That's how a scam. I wish I was, Hunter. I swear, I wish I was. But that's how a scam works, isn't it? I have to lie to you and build trust on a fake fucking like plateau. I have to build this imaginary friendship that we niggas. Meanwhile, all I'm doing is trying to burn you, nigga. Leave me alone. I'm not bothering you. Don't bother me. And I always was like that. I'm not bothering you, so don't bother me. Right? But for some reason, man, the way I move and the glad, like niggas always like, you know what I mean? And luckily sometimes it's good, but sometimes out of those bad, like once in a while you get a bad apple that's like, you don't even know me, my nigga. You don't even know me. I think for me, Nene, I just got to a point that I don't want to voice it anymore because it doesn't hit anywhere. But that's not the healthiest mindset. Sidewalk, you right. But at the end of the day, trust me, man, this is why my channel is here so motherfuckers could come, talk they shit, and then be able to try to live. And then actually have a formula or a formulation in how to approach this thing we call life. If I could guide you guys and tell you, look, be wary of your friends, but also try to make friends, right? But after 20 or maybe let's say 30, that's it. Whoever you start making friends after 30 or 40 aren't friends. They're more business or acquaintances, or you're meeting them because of a maybe something beneficial or work related, right? That's not your mans that you knew since little kid. And we already know people change like a fucking light switch. You'll be at your work and you'll be like the person sucking your meat, and then 2 days later the boss is like, yo, so and so said that you like, wait, I thought this nigga loved like, or she like what? And yo, can we talk about what happened to the Me Too movement? Is everything a fucking trend? Was motherfuckers ruining lives just because of a movement? I don't like this in America now that we go through these weird, trendy things that we're all doing. No. And it's not even a trend is not supposed to ruin your fucking life or change the way things are like, nigga, we had the cinnamon challenge where you kind of felt dry and coughed. That's what we were doing. Funny shit. These niggas got a challenge. Yo, don't give men pussy this month challenge. Don't fucking slap a bitch in the face challenge. Like, no, nigga, this is not. You got grown men sniffing women's butts, licking like, what is going on here? I swear I went to a dimension and this is a multiverse. My old world is somewhere else. It's still going on. It's still nostalgic. It's still families and people having fun, barbecuing. And I just somehow woke up and merged into this one. Maybe my former self died in this planet and I merged in it. But holy shit, this is not what I was born in. I know it. This shit is not. This is some Mandela effect. And then, Nene and everybody sidewalk. As soon as we go, the older heads, they gonna rewrite history. By the time my son's kids are grown, I'm gonna find out that Donald Trump discovered America, nigga. They gonna make it where motherfucking Andre the Giant was like, like was president. Like they gonna say whatever they want, and they doing it now. They doing it now where they just changing everything. In less than 20 years, I bet that slavery never happened, homies. This is what I'm saying. This is how scary it is. Whatever, man. These niggas is evil as hell. Everything thing is a trend now. Yeah, it's also bad because folks that do make shit up online for a trend or just share some BS opinions that got us drifting further apart. Yo, sidewalk is weird. I never seen a world where some people are so into their Democratic and Republican parties now. Yo, my nigga, back in the days, niggas didn't give a fuck. You went behind that curtain, you did either R or D, whatever you was, and that's it. And we dealt with the president. We didn't hate him or try to kill him or shoot his ear or none of that, man. But now, like you said, God forbid somebody goes, yo, we should make OnlyFans prostitution legal and me. Yo, it's gonna like no. I said this yesterday. How come you guys put so much money for Zay Dollar smoking a joint, but y'all don't put money like no, I said this. I said, yo, they will fucking hunt me down because I saw Supergirl on a fucking website, right? But they don't shut down these porno sites that are everywhere. In fact, most of the time when you on certain sites, that's all you get is those porno ads. So you gonna fight me for trying to watch fucking House of Dragons for free, nigga? But you gonna not let what? Make it make sense, man. You gonna hunt me down because I owe $20 in the IRS or some weird shit. 20 grand here, 30. You gonna hunt me down, but you gonna let motherfucking sites, porno sites everywhere. How to make a bomb is online. Meanwhile, they fighting Pirate Bay. They trying to shut them niggas down. They couldn't do it successfully. Cause you know what bit them in their ass? They said, wait, if you said that everything humans are only gonna rent shit, then nothing is being pirated because we don't own it anyway. My nigga, I just saw some shit for $49 a month. You could have 3 football teams you could watch every Sunday for $49 a month. What the fuck is going on here? I remember if you was in New York, you had the Giants and the Jets, and if you went to ESPN, they put all the games, but just show like 10 minutes here, all the cool plays of what? Just to watch sports now, nigga? Yo, everything is gonna be a subscription. You're gonna see cars stopping in the middle of highways because nigga forgot to pay his note. You're gonna see motherfucking cars driving themselves autonomously back to the fucking dealership because they missed 2 payments. This is not what I want for us. Subscriptions for everything? For to open my door? We're gonna have a subscription to put water in your toilet bowl so you could take a shit. You're gonna have a subscription that you could you could pay an extra $20 a month so you could take an extra 5 minute shower. That's what's gonna happen, and I bet money we have to stop it, y'all. I don't know how. I don't know how. I need my folks. I need my chat to just to all think of something. But I don't want to come in a world where I'm too old. Cause now I'm ready. I could throw a couple of punches now, nigga. But don't catch me at 70 when now I'm gonna have a subscription to take a shit, subscription to piss, subscription to fucking, and then they're gonna have just like life, they're gonna have different. Yo, I saw Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is an anime. The mother gets into a car accident. The ambulance comes ASAP. They scanned them and go, they don't have our plan and left. They said the other ambulance is going to come maybe 40 minutes later. The mother died because that's in the anime. That's going to happen. That's what I mean about they're going to have degrees of, they're going to have tiers. Oh, you paying for this subscription? Come, you could come in this section and smell this clean air. Oh, you pay 5,000 a month? Yeah, you're going to drink good water. You could take a good bath. And the way they're accumulating money and hoarding it for them, we're gonna be left out this shit, man. Why you think they drying up all the wells? You know what wells are? Wells are buried deep into the ground because water runs like that. You know what they're doing? They're purposely putting boulders and fucking things where it's stopping so niggas ain't gonna be able to just to dig for water like back in the days. Free water. Water's free. Air is free. Electricity is free. When this game is all said and done and you die and you're looking over at Earth and you're like, wait a minute, we was on this rock doing this all my life when I could have been building myself and reading books and maybe creating a cure for AIDS or something. You had me piling my fucking life at a fucking restaurant, bar backing or something. You know what I mean? So some people's lives, some lady in a town, all she was a waitress for her whole fucking life, 50 years. And she dies, and that's it. What if she was the lady that was gonna create fucking something amazing if she had the time and tools? That's why I get mad. Is because they're hoarding all the tools, all the resources, and they're leaving us with shit. But you know what I love? Why you think them boys in Africa always be creating dope shit? Because they don't got nothing. All those third world countries are the ones that are creating recycled gas from plastic. They're creating. I seen some Asian dude creates a umbrella. It's like a drone and it follows you. No more stick. It follows you. It's on your phone, GPS, and it's like that. It's right over your head. You know what I mean? It's bugged out, man. I already see how this shit, yo, I've been seeing it, Minority Report style for so long. I told my moms, I told everybody, man, and nobody understood why Zay live how he live. Like why he don't like, it's not like I was doing bare minimum at work, but why I never talked to the boss or managers like I was a subservient, like I was underneath them. I talked to them like a person. Yo, what up? Yo, Marco, what up, man? Yo, how you doing today? And they like that. You ever seen your boss always like the guy that talk for real? Because they like that. That means you cut in the sand between reality and life. You got some people going to their job and then they uphold their boss. That's why men used to get mad. Like, yo, I asked you if you could get dressed and let's go out tonight, and you said no. But meanwhile, your boss called you on Sunday and you drove 50 miles to work 30 out. Like, yeah, niggas should get a little mad. We understand that's where you get your bacon from, but holy man. Motherfuckers will stop their world for a boss. Meanwhile, that's why I always was like, yo, just be regular to the guy, man. He was regular too at one point, right? That's why I love New York because you have mom and pop shop still. So you know that guy broke his back to have this business or restaurant or whatever, right? You can't have that same interaction when you're working in maybe a McDonald's or maybe Macy's, because this is a corporate. It's an entity owned. They don't give a fuck who's working. Why you think they have those when we need you, we'll hire you? Yo, in New York, every time it's like November, October, December, they hire because they need you for the Thanksgiving and Christmas sales. But as soon as it's done, January 5th, January 20th, you out of here, nigga. And then you only work a few months that you can't even get unemployment. So it's like a double whammy shabammy. Yo, they imagine me making a game and like I know the rules, I know the game. I made this shit. Of course I'm gonna win at the game. You understand? They made the system. They made this shit. This shit is a rigged game, man. They know who's gonna win. They know who's losing. They know who's gonna snap. They know who. You ever been to a place where you like, how come they keep trying to push my buttons and make me explode, right? And then you don't. It's like, yeah, nigga, you be surprised. They know. They try to people do shit on purpose to try to make you explode. That's called, you remember I told you guys it's called tricking yourself out your spot? It's like this perfect example. You at a job and every day this person keeps, yo, you want a drink in the back? You want a drink in the back? You want a drink in the back? Nah, man, I don't want to drink. Yo, you want a drink? Yo, come on, son, let's drink, man. Nah, I'm good, man. As soon as you drink, the nigga go, yo, my man drinking back here, nigga. Tricked you out your fucking spot. Now you get fired. Nobody your friend no more, man. Nobody trying to. Back in the days, you could go knock on a door, get a hot meal, maybe a cot. Yo, niggas will help you. The instigator. Thank you, Nene. Shows you down to earth, really. Yeah. Motherfuckers like, hey, master boss. I'm like, nigga, calm down, nigga. That's a regular motherfucker that just happened to have the gig that, you know what I'm saying, that we should be, that we fighting for, basically, right? That's how it used to be, but then they tricked us. Now you working at jobs 20, 30 years only to get fired and never get the spot that you thought you was going to get. Because that nigga's staying there longer than he's supposed to be there. Remember, when niggas were retire at 50, 55, that meant that the CEOs and the bosses, they left. So it enabled the guys who was 30, 40s to climb the ladder. Now, because niggas is working till 80, there's no ladder to climb no more, nigga. They know what they doing. You got five guys fighting for a spot that's never gonna open up. The fuck? And then fire you, give you a little package. Say, here's 20 bands and a year of unemployment. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. It's still not gonna replace the fucking 10 bands a month I was making, Papi. I have to downgrade tremendously. But do not get tricked out of your spot. There's always that guy or girl at your jobs, y'all. And she or he is in the background collecting information, making you do weird shit, always telling you to do something that you know is not in the fucking curriculum of working. Always coming in late, always have excuses. You know that? You always got that motherfucker that you come in early, do what you got to do. You saw the night before it was a snowstorm, so you woke up an extra hour to get your ass to work. But then you at your JO, some motherfucker limber in. Hey, yo, hello. Yo, there was traffic. I'm 2 hours late. Sorry. And nothing happens to that person. As soon as you 5 minutes late, the ball's down your dickhead. That is weird to me, bro. Yo, can I call off tomorrow? No, you can't call off. Nigga, you act like my me is the whole business. Meanwhile, a nigga calling, not even calling, he at work. Yo, tomorrow I ain't gonna come in for like 3 weeks, all right? Yo, later. Or shorty or whatever. Okay, no problem. Nigga, I was really sick and I came to work because you said you couldn't find a person to replace me. Like, what? And then you got them slick bosses that are always, yo, your job is, you got to pick up that overtime. It makes you look good. No, nigga, I don't have to pick up the overtime if I don't want. That's not obligation, and my job shouldn't be held like that. You know, when I was a behavior specialist, I used to have this one motherfucker. Yo, I do mad overtimes, and the manager like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, nigga, you dick riding, nigga. And all those overtimes, I still don't see you financially doing anything different, nigga. You still got that shitty whip, and you still dressing like a bitch, nigga. Get the fuck out my face with that shit, nigga. You gonna have me work, bust my ass more and more and more for what? For paper that ain't changing my life? That's another thing. Niggas is talking about, yo, I work 2, 3 jobs, man. None of them jobs is making you financially better, nigga. I don't give a fuck. That's just a fake flex and just to have conversation. Like you doing extra shit in life. No, nigga. I don't want to be the goofy that got 3 jobs just to do nothing with it. And all you got is a fucking Honda beat up. Not to the people that got 2, 3 jobs and niggas got a house. And yeah, nigga, yo, salute, Bob. You get into that bag, man. But don't give me you work 80 hours a week and all the most you do is drink and could buy high grade weed, nigga. You not moving me. And I'm not stupid in the game of this world. I'm not going for it. I know the systems. I know the games. I know they try to break you mentally. They try to wear you out physically. I know all the games that these fucking people do. Yo, what up, Hunter? That's one of the reasons I didn't want to work in a hospital with a bunch of fucking catty women. They try to fuck with me, I'm sure. Home care, you solo dolo. Yo, Nene, you understand me for real when I say, first of all, the medical field is very niggas is all fucking each other, nasty shit going on. Married fucking doctors fucking a janitor that don't got 2 pennies to his name. Meanwhile, your husband's a lawyer. It never made no sense, B. And that's when I knew the cock held more weight than the bag, nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna say that again. The cock hold more weight than the bag, nigga. That's when I knew that part. You gonna break your ass for this female, and then meanwhile, she over here humping and sucking the nigga that got backward fingers. Niggas still wearing the same PTSDs and Ithaca drawers. Nigga got them stains. He got the skid marks on the underwears. You heard? That's the nigga your husband bringing 150K a year, and you fucking with the old boy, nigga. Like what? That's when I saw. I was like, yo, the hospital is wild, bro. Like these motherfuckers, and then some of them will wear because you always have to wear the nurse thing. Damn, ah, whatever they gear, they have a name, but super tight. First of all, it's already tight. If you haven't put on a nurse uniform, them shits is not made for humans, man. If you got any dingaling, your shit is bulging. You can see the imprint. And if you got any colito, your shit is. I'm like, yo, what is going on here? You always see a doctor high end that you think he not, but he always come by the little nurse's table and chit chat with these delinquents, right? The young girls and shit. And you like, wait, what? Always having lunch together or doing little secret Santa shits. I'm like, yo. And then they always try to be like, we family. Yeah, we family. So you could try to fuck me over if I do something goofy. Like they always want information on you. Yo, Scrubs, thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you for real. Yo, they acting like it's General Hospital for real, man. Yo, they not lying when they say nurses and these they get busy, boy. I don't know if it's the hours, some of them are doing, triple double shifts. And mind you, I'm not gonna lie too. I don't know if like that's why I'm saying I don't know if it's a mental thing, but some of those ladies are in their 60s and they're doing 3 shifts, nigga, from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. So I salute them But in the midst of that, you see their husband come pick them up, and you looking at the nigga like, I wish you knew she was just gargling fucking, when it wasn't mouthwash. Y'all sorta some nigga invented the bra for nuts. It's like these little it looks like, I don't know if you guys play sports, but it looks like, the thing how you put on a cup. A cup isn't like regular underwears. It's like this weird thing where your butt cheeks are showing. It looks like that, with instead of a cup, it's just these two little, like it looks like little nut holders, and you just put your balls there. I'm like, yo, I thought about that too, but I didn't know somebody was gonna create this shit. I better not see 5 years niggas doing Nike commercials with the nut bag. Nigga got the nut bra. That's diabolical, y'all. I swear to God. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture. Let me see, man. Let me see, man. Let me see this, man. Look. Damn. You can't really see it, but like you see, like it's like a little cup thing, man. And there's another one that, you know what I mean? Yo, just go to World Star Hip Hop and keep scrolling. You're gonna see the nut bra. I call that thing the Stormtrooper, a jock strap. Yo, nigga. Yo, I'm gonna try to take a nap. Yo, Hunter, thank you for rocking with me. Have a good one, man. I'm sorry that the conversations is really random, but yeah, man. Have a good one. Take a nap, man. Have a great day too, man. Peace. Say dollar. You already know how I get down, but I'm about to do another like 2 minutes, man. I just saw a buck 15. But yeah, man, this world is diabolical, man. But like I say, I always appreciate your company. You know what I mean? I think it's cool, man. It's dope that, we could just be adults sometimes. A lot of people don't know how to engage with the opposite sex no more. It's just a weird thing now, right? And once again, I tell people all the time, especially my niggas and my men, you're not supposed to want to fuck everything that moves. You're not supposed to be like, oh, I'm on vacation and now you somewhere else and you eyeing everything that you're not supposed to do that. That's not healthy, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't got the bag or if you ain't liking shorty. Or if you're in a relationship or married, like Jesus Christ. But yo, I appreciate everybody rocking with the kids. $8, $8. You know what the fuck going on? We random. We outside. We inside. We gonna do my laundry mañana is. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. Mañana is my son's born day. I don't know if I'm gonna do it live. I might do a quick one just to shout him out and But I love you, Justin. You already know how I get down. We talk. We do us. To my chat. W's for fucking this cool conversation collectively. We always be talking real shit, man. And I dig that about this channel. It's not, we're not just, like I said, real shit. But yo, Fan Bow, Nene D, Hunter, everybody that wasn't here, and but that was good looking. Thanks for the 5 ball. That's pretty cool. Yesterday we did really good numbers. But yo, $8, $8. Thank you. Juju, Justin, yeah. That's my boy, man. I love him to death. I'm gonna put a picture up. You know what I'm saying? I already got, like I said, his birthday is the 8th, so I ended up getting the OG Ananobi, which is the 8th. But it's a powerful jersey because he's the guy that did that tipping. So historically, it might be worth good. And wish I could have got the Brunson, but next year we'll get the Brunson. Time. That's another thing. Some people be breaking their back and shit. No, time is. We got time. Time is here for us. You know. And I'm in a good space right now. I'm happy and I love shit. But yo, Zaydal, peace. We out of here. Thank you for rocking with the kid.